Today I'd really like to have a conversation about neurodiversity. I have found that so many people get diagnosed with, ADHD, ADD, all the blah, 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 Ds, that stands for disorder. It's like we're telling them that there's something wrong with the way that they're functioning. But I actually think that it's a incredibly brilliant way that their energy has adapted to their trauma, to whatever they have experienced that they couldn't handle. Their energy system has found a way to survive, because that's what consciousness and that's what evolution does. Nature finds a way to adapt to the environment. What I've found now is that there is so many more people who are being diagnosed with all of these disorders. But if we actually look at the bigger picture, I see this as a potential to actually look at all of the aspects of our society and our environments that we evolve in that are actually misaligned to how we are meant to function as human beings. So as an example, let's say, people who have different types of autism often cannot understand sarcasm. And I think that's a beautiful thing, because so many people who are, they say that they are fluent in sarcasm, and they think it's a really good thing because they think that they're really funny, which may be the case. Like, don't get me wrong, I've got a sense of humor. I understand and really appreciate sarcasm occasionally. But when it comes to how we're showing up as human beings, if we use sarcasm consistently, what we're actually doing is we're saying something that is not actually how we're feeling. So we're kind of using the vibration of the words to convey how that is untrue. It is incredibly, confusing for our energy system to be feeling a particular way, but saying the absolute opposite of how we are feeling. Because all of this is vibration that we're playing with, and that we're kind of making socially acceptable to be completely out of alignment. So I feel like people who don't get sarcasm is because they are really anchored into their own authenticity. They don't understand how crazy the world is around them. We have kind of made it normal to be completely shut down from our emotions, from lying and being inauthentic has become a way that we've actually kind of progressed in the corporate world in many cases. It's wrong. It shouldn't be how we evolve as human beings. And having all of these neurodiverse younger generations, I think, is a beautiful gift for us to have a look at how the overstimulation of the outside world is not actually conducive to us being our best selves. We need to change the environments that we're in, and the way that we relate as human beings, and the way we also treat one another. So being highly sensitive is a beautiful gift that a child can give their parents, because they're not buying into this BS game that we've been playing for a very long time. They're actually forcing us to have a really good look at how we are interacting with the world around us, and how we are actually living and treating ourselves. They're just mirroring back our own consciousness back at us. So it's a beautiful opportunity that we can choose to take up, or we can choose to just label them and medicate them and make them stop being a nuisance. It's really up to us, the kind of humans that we want to be. But I would really like to suggest that we take a moment to actually honor how many diverse new generations are coming into our world, and start to see what they have to teach us. Because in my experience, what I've learned on an individual level from each of my clients who has been labeled with these disorders are actually that they are quite brilliant. They are so capable and so perceptive, and have gifts that are so unique and amazing that we could all learn from. So it's not up to me to share those personal stories, but I feel like I will go and ask some of my clients for their permission to share their brilliance with you if you are curious. Thank you for listening to my take on this, and I would love to know what you think.